Kenya's David Rudisha obliterated his rivals in the 800 meters final at the Rio Olympic Games Monday to become the first man since 1964 to retain his Olympic title over the distance. Here now is Celestine Karoney with more from Rio.
Middle distance events in athletics are quite technical. Successful title defense at the Olympics is a feat few have achieved. 800-meter world record holder David Rudisha has joined this short list. On Monday, the Kenyan became only the third man to win back-to-back titles in the two-lap race. His winning time of 1 minute 42.15 seconds, his fastest since a career-threatening knee injury back in 2013. Taufik Makloufi won silver for Algeria in a new national record time, while Clayton Murphy won bronze for the USA in a new personal best.
You know, my strategy was just as usual to lead from the front. That is my running form. But it was a little bit challenging because Kipketer took off like a bullet in the first 200. And when I saw it was too fast, I knew this was not going to be good. And I let him to lead and then just settle in the second position. But my strategy was really to push hard after the 500 meters.
The 27-year-old's victory means he now holds both the world and Olympic titles over the distance and also becomes the first Kenyan to win consecutive gold medals at the Olympic Games, a medal he says he will now keep after giving his 2012 medal to his father, a former sprinter who Rudisha says inspired him to take up running. Celestine Karoney, CCTV at the Rio Olympics.
Well, now for more on this story, you can now cross live to CCTV Celestine Karoney, who is covering the games for us in Rio. Celestine, another man in that race, Kenya's Ferguson Rotich, he's beaten David Rudisha twice this season. What happened to him during that race?
Well, Mahia, the difference really comes down to something Rudisha has always been saying: championship mentality. Rudisha has always said that he has mastered the art of running a championship, his ability to evolve over the 3 races, improve race after race and into the final and win. That is something Ferguson Rotich has yet to been able to master, because when you look at his history in the last 3 major championships, in the World Championships in Russia in 2013, he barely made the final. In the Beijing World Championships, he also did finish out of the medal standings. He was a 4th, and then now here he came in and he had to run in to finish 5th. Although it was in a season best time, Mahia, it's still not a result that Ferguson would like, considering the fact that he has done so well in the single meets this season and that he is leading the Diamond League race. But again, Mahia, championship mentality is something very, very different. Rotich has not been consistent. He has when he ran the heat, he was not very confident, and then he ran in the semi-final. He barely qualified for that final. So I think this is something Rotich will want to work on going to the future. He is a talented athlete, but he will need to work on his approach, especially mentally when it comes to championship races. There was the story about his coach, about the issue around a doping case for him. He says that did not affect him, the fact that a coach removed a sample on his behalf before Team Kenya cleared out the issue, and that one was sorted. Ferguson, however, says that one did not mentally affect his competition. Mahia.
Now, Celestine, looking ahead to tonight's action, of course, Ethiopia's record-breaking athlete Genzebe Dibaba is back in action. What is the talk about her mental strength ahead of tonight's race?
Well, Genzebe Dibaba comes into this race, Mahia, as the world record holder and the world champion, but she is definitely not the favorite on paper. You look at a lady, Faith Chemngetich from Kenya, who has dominated the season, setting 2 national records in a span of 4 weeks back when the outdoor season began, and she is being looked at as the lady to win gold. But coming back to Genzebe, Mahia, this is an athlete who has only run one 1500-meter race this season, and she says that the fact that she had been surrounded by controversy. Her coach, Jama Aden, was arrested in a doping sting back in June in Spain, and that many people put a question to Genzebe that it may have affected her preparation, her mental state. But she says no, that did not affect her mental state. What has been the problem for her coming into the season has been a nagging toe injury, which she has she really hopes coming into the final in the second session of athletics today, Mahia, that she will be able to overcome, and that it has completely healed and it will not give her any problems. On a good day, Mahia, Genzebe Dibaba is definitely the athlete to beat in that 3 3/4 lap race. And so many will be looking to see just how physically fit she is. She says mentally she's not having any problems. It was her physical state that she was a bit concerned about. And that is what everybody here will be hoping to see, that she has been able to reach top form, Mahia.
All right, Celestine, thank you very much for that update. Plenty for you to look forward to in Tuesday's action on the track in Rio de Janeiro. CCTV Celestine Karoney joining us live from Brazil there.